How do you deal with a team member who always judges or criticizes others? Have you experienced work situations where a team member almost always criticizes what others says and propose? It feels annoying, right? Your team members may even start avoiding expressing their ideas or proposals in front of this person, tired of putting up with their constant criticism and negative reactions. A simple team meeting held to resolve an issue can become tense and end with no resolution because it turns into a battlefield of pros and cons. This type of behavior often appears in group meetings, but whether it continues as a habit or gets a result depends primarily on how the team leader addresses it. So, what can you do as a team leader to stop this kind of behavior? If you observe this pattern in one of your team members, communicate the expected behaviors at the beginning of the meeting. For example, you can ask them to listen actively, to address constructive feedback, to support ideas with solid arguments, to speak respectfully, and other rules that you consider that are appropriate for that type of meeting. Without making direct reference to the person causing the issue. This way, the team member can correct his or her behavior on their own if they are well intended. Act as a model for others and consistently offer constructive feedback, be an active listener, and communicate respectfully to anyone. People often mirror the tone and style set by their leader. You can ask the person to support his or her criticism with verified arguments. Emphasize that pointing out the downsides of a solution is valuable in a group discussion. It helps avoid adopting a solution that is flawed or unlikely to deliver the desired results. However, if the criticism isn't based on solid arguments, it's better to hold back, as unsupported opinions are not helpful to the team. You can ask the person to share what his or her solution is to the problem or how they would improve the solutions proposed by others. This reinforces the idea that the group is focused on finding solutions, not engaging in power games or making others feel bad about their ideas. It's not about proving who is more capable or less capable of solving the issue. Behavior that is common in competitive environments. And this leads us to the next recommendation: encourage collaboration among your team members. Competition can lead to behaviors that serve each individual's interest rather than those of the group or the company. If team members are rewarded for having an advantage over others, it's not in their best interest to help others succeed, right? Then, since this person is so good at finding arguments, ask him or her to identify 3 potential benefits of the rejected solution, even if they are small ones. This will encourage deeper thinking about the proposed solution and may lead them to reconsider their perspective. You can highlight the idea that the solution to the issue being discussed can be a combination of different ideas and proposals. Ideally, it should be the result of the group's collective input. Think of it like a brainstorming session, building the solution based on each team member's contribution. You can interrupt the person each time you notice they fall into this pattern and calmly remind them of the rule they are crossing. And before doing this, check the following. Is the person bringing valid arguments? Are they contributing with solutions? Is their feedback communicated politely and respectfully? And be consistent. Let them understand that unsupported or weak arguments are not accepted. You can also have a private conversation with this person to explain the impact of his or her behavior on other team members, on the efficiency of discussions, and on the team as a whole. Because this person may not be fully aware of the consequences of their behavior. Also explain why this behavior is not accepted for them to understand better the situation. Ask the employee to explain why they acted that way, whether they agree and understand the consequences of their behavior, and if they will comply with the requirements moving forward. If they agree, make sure they behave accordingly, reminding them of the rules if they break them again.